Mock Moda says, cool, a Woodscopes parody show. Don't forget Mock Moda. If we were doing a Woodscopes parody show, there would be no show on because he never broadcasts anymore.
If this was a Woodscopes parody show, Frank, we wouldn't have read that comment. So come on.
Totally inappropriate.
Goddamn shoes. Yeah. Or he got blown off the toilet. Goddamn shoes.
This is like the new flatulence joke. Balance.
Shit, I'm guessing.
Balance.
All right, my guess is in. What are you guys guessing? What happened to this bathroom? Bacon is guessing poop.
Here we are. It is the water hole with Hedstrom Bacon and Horse.
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me. Ryan, thanks for letting me fill in. And yeah, it's good to be here.
Here's your some asshole with a goatee. Of course, you're gonna see it with the audience. Contents: one fucking shit fuck with a goatee. Seriously, just shave the shit off. This. You're gonna catch it on the delay, obviously. This is a live gooey duck clam. Watch this.
不准笑！喷水了。
So she's gonna dip it in some sauce. It's alive.
辣椒油。
Live. We'll do it
辣椒
live.
面。
She's putting whatever.
一样都不能少，不拼，老铁是不会给我双击的。
There it goes. And she's gonna bite into this thing. That's suggestive. It's the water hole. And that's not Rhino.
No, it's not Rhino.
That's Frank and Boise. He's like trading us up.
You know what? He was actually on the Outlaws and Potato. He was Rhino, the sports guy segment on my show. Like he did it twice and then fucking blew me off. He goes, you know what? There's better out there. He's doing the same thing to everybody.
He uses us up, gets to where he wants to go next, and then he tosses us aside like a used condom. So, the elephant in the room. No, not you. Not you. No. I longed to get rid of my huge boobs. I longed to get rid of my huge boobs until they paid off my family's 130 pounds debt. Amy Sophia, 27, felt uncomfortable with the looks she got from strangers for her larger chest and was desperately trying to raise cash for a breast reduction when she had a change of heart. With size 34 double H. You know what double H stands for? Haunted horse. 34 double H, right there. Haunted horse boobs. 34 double H boobs. She turned to OnlyFans for extra cash. But as she grew in popularity, Amy started to see her larger chest in a different light. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. You think? Holy crap, look at this. There's the pictures. Holy crap!
Hey guys. We are right in that prime position where we can get horse to say anything, and it'll be a sound drop forever. Which way we want to go?
Pretty much, yeah.
Hey, he's losing his mind right now.
Oh my God!
He
Grandpa!
just lost his mind.
Grandpa! Grandpa! Idiot. All right.
Hi, Jim.
Everybody, Jimmy Indiana. Look at this. There he is. There's the man. There's the man that invented the 12 by 12 challenge.
Hold on.
Yeah, hold on.
Audience
I'm gonna be the voice of. I'm gonna be the voice of God for this one here.
Okay.
Yes. The voice of God returns.
Sent mail inbox pending drafts. Wait, maybe I drafted one, didn't send it. No, all women. Katie, Kelly, Katie 2. So I had a Katie 1 and a Katie 2.
All right.
Melody. Yeah. I was quite the player when I had this phone. I'd be all, hey, baby. There was no iPhone yet, so you go, hey, baby, look at this. Woo! A flip phone. Look at me. Ho, ho, ho. I'm sorry. I'm out of here. Rhino and Horse are a couple of dorks who want to have a show. Will anybody ever watch it? The answer is probably no. They thought up a really stupid name. They call it the water hole, where everybody thinks they're lame. And they're always sad they came. You wanna be where you can see Rhino and Horse act lame. You wanna be where everybody's sad they came. You wanna be where you can see Rhino and Horse act lame. You wanna be where everybody's sad they came. There it is! New show open!
Get that man!
How many clones did you see in that open? Jim, you're not in it for once. You were in the A-Team one.
Dude, your best work yet. By the way, we're live from the Felagio waterhole on location.
Look at the fountains. The fountains. That's going to be me in 55 minutes when I have to go to the bathroom real bad and I'm doing the pee-pee dance and watching those fountains. I'm going to piss all over myself. Darren says, cool open. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate that.
He nailed it. Like, I almost thought that he paid somebody to do that. It's not within his brand. Like, that was too good. Too good.
I'm starting to become less lazy, and that took me a half a day. And you're like, what? How could that? The A-Team one took me 45 minutes, and it looks like it. It really does. Hey, let me catch up on the chat, and then we got a big show, lots of show. Darren says, hey, fuckers. He's on brand with that. Hitting the new silicone bong in the garage. I saw he posted a picture of that. If I can find it quickly, I might throw that up on the screen. Is it shaped like a dildo? Fuck no. Haha. Jim in Indiana's here. Of course, we haven't done Jim in Indiana cam in a while. As my drink is sitting. We're not doing the Jim in Indiana cam now because the wire is underneath something.
You know what I'm happy about? I don't got Jim all up in my grill.
Yeah, Jim's not in your grill anymore. I might bring that A-Team thing back like once a month. We'll throw it up there just as a reminder that Jim was up in your grill at one time. Tyler's here. What the hell? What the hell is this? Go back to your own chairs. I'm feeling dyslexic. Own chairs. What? Like my chair? I don't know what that means. I don't know what he's talking about. You liked it. Yeah. Jim in India says, you liked it. Hold on.
It was good.
What is
it was
on
good.
The Jim in Indiana camcord? Hold on. There's something sitting on it. All right. I haven't done this in a while.
It's not like we're doing a show here.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
I got, of course, it's, there it is. Damn it, Ryan, you loved when I was in your grill on the A-Team Open. You know you did. You faked your outrage and you loved it. And you probably got a copy of it and you show it to your family at the family cookouts. And you know you do.
No.
Man, when I do his voice, especially coming after that fucking cold I had for, I said.
The following program is intended for mature audiences.
That kills the throat, man. That's like when Jim does Hacksaw.
Oh, I get it. I get it. The chat is up in arms because we switched sides.
We switched
We are
sides.
on different sides. I like it, though. It's all right.
I just switched it back there. Look at that. Look at that. I can play musical chairs. We can start the music and we can go da 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 da. Come on, move.
Oh, play the open again. That thing was too good.
We're going to talk about the open. How do I get... Now it's not... There it goes. There we are. That's where we were. And now that's where we should be. Because, you know, it goes with the thing. And speaking of the title up there, Tuesday with Rhino and Horse. That is all well and good, but we are in Super Bowl week. Whoa! I just changed cameras, not the titles. Jeez, I'm a hot mess today. Take the weekend off. There we go. We got our Super Bowl titles up there in front of the Bellagio for Super Bowl. What number is this? I don't even know what number it is. Anyway, whatever those
48.
numerals.
48.
48. Would have been cool if it was 49 because the 49ers are in it. They'll just have to come back next year because you know it's scripted.
Yeah, how about you guys worry about winning this one?
Yeah, right. We might need 2 trips to do it. Let's see, 58, apparently. So you're wrong, and I'm wrong.
58.
58.
Sorry. Thank you.
Don't ever try to get over on the chat. They will correct you. And then I always have the Google Assistant. Okay, so let me tease weird news. Some of these stories are not going to make it. We're going to get this one out of the way today, though. The Florida man sues Dunkin' Donuts over injuries following toilet explosion. We're not holding on to that anymore. The women are questioning their relationship after trying the ketchup experiment trend on boyfriends. Apparently, there's some ketchup thing, and if you say the wrong thing and you're the boyfriend, you'll come across as, I don't know what, but you'll get dumped because it's a trick. See, women like to trick and test us, right? They do things and then they see what we do. And then accordingly, they go, oh, I watched that on Oprah. You're supposed to open the door and then you didn't. That means you're inconsiderate.
You could do the most thoughtful thing in the world and think I am going to get laid for the next 6 months because of this, right?
Yes.
And then it's a complete U-turn. It's like, oh, well, you could have done this. Why didn't you think of this? Instead of, going and making these cards by hand, you could have just printed them online. We have a free thing with HP.
Bingo! Make it by hand. Yeah. I got a perfect example of that. Wife number 2. I bought her flowers. I went to a florist. I bought her flowers. I took them down to her office downtown, went up the elevator, left them at the front desk, and said, these are for so-and-so. Wife number 2. And got home. She gets home that evening, and she was polite about it. Said, I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. But, and you're like, oh, what? It's always better if the florist delivers them because they walk through the office and they go, these are for so-and-so here, so-and-so here.
That doesn't always happen.
Production.
That doesn't always happen.
That's what she thinks, though. And because I did it myself, because I took the effort to drive down there, to go up the elevator, to deliver them,
tell them
it was not as good as if I paid somebody to walk around the office and set them on her desk. Kid you not, you think you're going out and above and beyond doing this extra effort, and it backfires in your face.
Go home to mommy.
Go home to mommy.
Yeah, right? Right?
Yeah.
So, yes, by going the extra mile, apparently I was lame. And Darren, by the way, Darren, someone in our audience has sent me a video of your ex-wife. I'm just saying.
Oh, what?
I'm just saying. They said
really?
Darren's ex-wife. They sent a video. I hope that's okay because it's going to be on the show.
Come on. This is a gag.
I don't know. He will have to confirm or deny whether it's actually his ex-wife. Darren says flowers are free at the cemetery. Just trust me on this one. Never forget to change out the card. Oh my gosh, that's so great. Oh, thank you. We're so sorry for your loss. He was a great guy. Fuck you.
Oh, Darren.
Hey, baby, you looking for a party?
All right.
What to say about that?
Hey,
I thought it was great, by the way, that Nooch was in the new Open. Did you see that?
Nooch is in the new Open? We're going to go to the new Open in a second. We're going to break it down.
Okay.
But
We get to it.
Okay, so another story. This I guarantee these back two won't make it today, but they'll be in tomorrow or Thursday's show. My boyfriend smells so bad he makes our bed stink. I'm sick of it. There you go, Bacon. There's a drop for you. That's weird because that's one of those things when you're dating. If there's an odor, you're done. I'm done. That's important.
What do you mean an odor? What do you mean
anything
odor?
that's unpleasant? I'm done. Anything bad
From
breath,
anywhere? Are
bad
you
breath?
okay?
BO, anything. If there's a funky odor, I'm done. I'm just done.
Are you that dude that's like girls don't fart and
no,
like,
that
they
doesn't.
poop
No,
roses?
no. No, I'm
Okay.
not that. But I don't want. I don't want bad breath, BO, anything else, anything. They need to be very girly, at least in the smell department. So I'm just saying. Time traveler claims to have gone years in the future and warns humans are extinct. This is a very important article. We could be saving the human race. We're going to find out what this time traveler found out in the future and try to fix whatever makes us go extinct. And not stinct like you have a bad odor and I'm going to dump you, but extinct like we're all gone. So I thought that was very important. The fact that it shows up in like a publication like The Mirror and not on like the nightly news, the president does I mean, you would think something that important would be global news. But
well, I mean, it's a groundbreaking take that the human race could go extinct.
Yeah, right.
That's never happened to any race,
No,
any
the
type of
dinosaurs
species.
don't agree with that.
That's never happened.
Yeah, Tyler, that's
Come on,
basically
man.
another. Yes, Tyler, that's another one that I would. I'm not saying that, but yeah, Darren,
Then wash
yeah, any of that.
Okay.
Hey, Burn Dog.
Welcome to the party, pal.
All right, so we're gonna break down.
We're down.
And you know what? Let's be clear here. If there's a relationship where one of the partners has a bad odor, 9 out of 10 times or 99 out of 100, it's going to be the dude. They either don't wash enough or they don't clean enough or they don't know hygiene enough. Like that one where the woman had to clean that dude. Anyway, I ain't going down that one again. That story was so freaking gross. It makes me want to vomit just thinking about it. All right. Anyway, let's break down the new show open. Some of you, I know the number wasn't that high when we started. So let me, should I just run the whole thing again?
Yeah, run the entire
I'm going to run the
thing
show
again.
open, then we're going to break it down real quick. Okay, so here's the new show open. Our mics are not going to be hot for this, but when I replay it, we can talk over it. So here you go. This is what you guys missed. The new show open for the Waterhole. Rhino and Horse are a couple of dorks who want to have a show. Will anybody ever watch it? The answer is probably no. They thought up a really stupid name. They call it the Water Hole, where everybody thinks they're lame. And they're always sad they came. You wanna be where you can see Rhino and Horse act lame. You wanna be where everybody's sad they came. You wanna be where you can see Rhino and Horse act lame. You wanna be where everybody's sad they came. All right, so here we are. We're back. Okay, so
That was sick.
let's break this down real quick. Okay, so obviously this is the new Cheers open. I'm gonna turn the Rhino and Horse. Turn my awesome singing down. All right, so far we're right along with the Cheers open, right? Everything's the same as Cheers, except my singing. Okay, so here's the first one. Let's identify the clones that have made the new show open. We've got from left to right, Pulldock, Stucknut Steve, Polly and Baldwin Park, Silk Bra, Jim Benton, Burn Dog, and if you wanted to answer is that horse singing? Yes, that is me. Burn Dog, I did ask a trick question. How many times do I show up in the intro? I show up 3 times on camera, but the haunted horse shirt is me in a costume. So 5 times was the answer, if you were wondering. And then Fabian's below. Fabian's down below. So real quick, I needed a new show open. I looked at a lot of stuff. I looked at Laverne and Shirley. I looked at Happy Days. I went through Partridge Family, Gilligan's Island. I went through like 40 shows. And a lot of them have the actors in them. And I'm like, I can use the music, but I've got to recreate all this fucking shit. Cheers, however, uses old photos. And they pan in and out of them. And I thought, you know what? Not only am I going to use the ones that don't have the credits on it, I'm going to insert some of ours. And I had to figure out how to age the picture. So first of all, I converted the color picture to black and white, and then I colorized it like it's a black and white old time picture where the computer generates color, and then I wrinkled it and aged it out. So that's what I did for there.
My balls.
So your acting is actually pretty good. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. And if you're being honest, thank you. But I think it sounds horrible. Anyway,
can we get an acapella really quick?
Yeah, right. I sang into this podcast mic too. I do not have a anyway. Yeah, I'll say it's the mic's fault. Otherwise it would be amazing. It's this cheap microphone.
No, bro, no, that's what made it so good, dude.
Okay, so let's move along here. So there's our first clones. Then we go back to the original. I had to find this picture on the internet because this is where the Cheers logo comes in. And of course, I don't want the Cheers logo on there, but I want the basic. I want the example of the Cheers show with our title. So I found the photo, added that. Everybody thinks they're lame. More singing. So once again, I black and white colorized it. So some of the stuff stays black and white. Some of it stays colorized. And then that's exactly the way Sam and Diane show up. It says starring and it's a pan out. You guys are like, who gives a fuck? It's a pan out to the main stars of Cheers. So there's us. I'm wearing a shirt. That's actually 6. I forgot I'm wearing Haunted Horse. Another Cheers photo. This is the Portland watch party from this last Smack Off. So I don't know a lot of these guys. They're clones, but they're not known. But the woman in there, that's Amber in Portland. She made her Smack Off call from this watch party. There's me wearing a Haunted Horse shirt, so I appear twice there. And most of those guys are clones. They know the show really well. They just don't call or tweet at it. So they knew who I was. They knew who Amber was. Who's the guy? Oh, he's drawing a blank. Who's the guy that calls in and goes, makes the Alvy references from Portland?
James,
thank you. Oh, God. James and CIP, Chad and Portland were supposed to be there, but James had some commitment with his kid or something, and then Chad showed up literally like 10 minutes after we had all left, so he showed up too late. Be where everybody's sad they came.
Okay, so because your video is ahead of me, because I see the live feed.
Got it.
I want to point out the bartender by themselves at the end, the little guy. That was Nooch. Shout out, Nooch.
Nooch. I gotta hold on. All right, so we're back on this. Oh, the guy at the very, very back. Yeah, it's not Nooch, but it's Ryan and Nooch are fighting apparently. This is fascinating. Signed my colonoscopy video. Nice. Hey, that reminds me. I gotta show you guys the endoscopy with all those big, huge things growing in my stomach. Anyway, no, I don't. All right, so there's another Cheers footage, and then we've got you guys last weekend. So we've got Ryan. I don't know. That's not Pat? Is it CEO? I can't tell.
Where?
next to you. Who is that?
Yeah, it's CEO.
Oh, okay. So Pat, there's Silk's wife, Jen, Silk, Pool Doc. Boy, it's hard to see. Here, let me see if this change. Does that change everyone's feed? Okay, so that makes it bigger for me. That's what she said. Steve, who's between Pool Doc and Steve? I can't tell.
Somebody's friend
bandana on
that was there.
Okay.
What's that?
Burn Dog, Rich Flores, Fabian in front of him, Terrence and Sierra Madre, Tiffany, to round out everybody. And then once again, because I go black and white and then colorized, Tiffany's hair, they changed it to pink. So Tiffany, that was not me. I did not dye your hair. That was Photoshop. Pick that color. And then here we go. We've got Matt. We've got
Burn
Polly
Dog.
in Baldwin Park.
Huh? Burn Dog was right. That's CEO's friend. That's what it was.
Okay.
So,
And then we've got, I don't know who's directly behind. I have Photoshopped me into this picture. So I'm
That's Josh. That's Josh. Josh in LA. Josh.
Okay. We've got Golden Bait Warrior in the very, very back, and then Ray on the far right. Look at your forehead. Does that look weird? It's because I black and white and then colorized it, left your forehead white, like this white strip. So I had to Photoshop some color in there. That's why it's smooth with no wrinkles. Anyway, yeah.
Interesting.
So
Good to know.
Created by. Okay, so there we go. That's
Did you say Matt, by the way?
I
just
did
wanna
say
make
Matt.
sure.
Matt was on the far left.
Yeah. All right.
You're welcome. All right, so there's the breakdown of the new open. Spend half day on that. I'm going to make, that will be our new open for the next 3 or 4 weeks. I'm going to make an open. That'll stay an open, but I'm going to make a different open for Tuesday, a different open for Wednesday, and then that will probably be on the Wednesday show because that's our first show that we've done.
Can you put the picture back up of all of us really quick from this last weekend? By the way, that was such a great time. Everybody that was there, Burn Dog, shout out, dude, had a great time.
From last weekend or this one with Matt?
Last weekend. Last weekend.
That is right there.
It kicks.
Right there. It zooms in.
All right, are we up?
Yep, you're up.
I got Wells, bro. Look at me on the far left. You pointed this out.
Yes.
I am wearing a fat suit. Burn Dog, help me out. Tiff Blossom, help me out. Anybody else that was there, help me out. I am not that fat. I am not. People said I thought you were fatter at this thing. But look at me. That's the worst picture I've ever seen.
That was horrible. So I have a theory as someone that was in photography for 4 years and has actually sold photography on the internet. I don't have the expert Matt here, so I will do. That is a group shot. Every new phone has multiple lenses on it. There's 4 on mine, and my phone's like 4 years old. So that probably defaulted to the fisheye lens, and anything on the outside is going to be stretched. Your hand looks massive. Even the beer bottles appear bigger, but they're in the foreground, so they didn't take it as bad as you way back there. Yeah, you got stretched by the fisheye lens. You need to be closer in. So, yeah, you got
my arm
stretched.
My arm looks like a leg.
You look like Fat Albert. Hey,
come on,
in fact,
man.
you do look like the chick from Willy Wonka that they ate the blueberry and rounded out. You look massive.
Yeah.
And I know you're not that way because even in the other pictures, you look normal. You got Wells. Wells did not look that way. He got stretched as well from the phone camera. So, yes. By the way, everyone that thinks I'm a dick for making fun of Ryan in that picture, he said I could. I got permission before I did that. So I had a couple of people take a run at me. I won't mention names, but I had to take them into DMs and say, just letting you know, don't spread this around. But Ryan said it would be fine to do. Don't you come back.
Oh, they took a run at you for doing it?
They thought I was being a fucking asshole. They're like, you're a tool.
Wow.
Yeah.
I appreciate the love.
Yeah, you had some people.
Those who checked him.
Yes, they checked me, and I said I appreciate the community policing itself, but that was something I was given not only permission, but you even kind of said, "Do it."
Yeah,
It helps the
Why
show,
not?
people. It's content. It helps the show.
It's content.
And if someone takes a picture of me and I'm picking my nose and I didn't see it, we're throwing it up on Twitter and we're going to make fun of me picking my nose or scratching my crotch or whatever I did. That is hilarious. That got caught on camera. So the fact that we're on this show and we make fools of ourselves, come on. But I still wouldn't have done it without his permission. And I know what's funny is I know a lot of Twitter things that go like smack off calls where people take runs at each other. They actually check in DMs and go, "Hey, I wanted to do this thing. Is that gonna be okay?"
Bro, close the curtain. Don't pull the curtain.
No,
back
I'm
so
talking
much.
about I'm talking about Wells has done it with I'm not going to go into examples, but Wells has done it with Buffalo. Man, I cannot think. Who talks like this? Who's that guy?
Darren.
No.
Asshole.
Buffalo. He lives in Buffalo.
Rick,
thank you. They've you get into DMs and you're like, "Hey, I'm going to do this thing. Is that over the top?" And they're like, "No, do it." Lef has done it with people. No, they all kind of get together if they're going to take a run at somebody and they're like not sure. Obviously, if it's something that's not horrible, they're going to do it. But if it's like, "Hey, I was going to make a joke about you and your wife. Is that crossing the line?" And then they can say, "Oh yeah, don't do that." Or no, it's cool, dude. Go for it. So, the community's really good at keeping each other in check is my point. We're not mean. Horse just had a stroke. By the way, I thought that was funny. I got to go back and read it. So I said we're going to have 2 new openings. So that's going to be an opening for one night. For now, it's going to be an opening for every night. But once we get, 4 weeks in, we'll get tired of it. But Bacon says, "Will you do a half-hour breakdown of the other 2 new openings?" Yes, I will.
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to say. Bacon wants a breakdown.
Yeah, right.
So.
He does. He's begging for it. Yep. Fisheye lens my eye. You're fat, Jay says. Sorry. I mean, dude.
I'm fat, Jay. I am, but I'm not that fat, dude. I've
lost
lost weight too. I'm losing weight right now.
Good. I am doing well on my diet still. I started the workout 2 weeks ago, so now I am doing exercise. I'm serious. I'm 54 and I need to get in shape. I shouldn't be this jacked up, out of shape. I should not climb a couple flights of stairs and be all. That's also me in bed. I'm just kidding. Hey, I need to exercise.
Dude, I lay out because when you realize that you just may have done a sound drop, sometimes you make it 2 times better. So I just chill.
Yeah, just let me hang myself.
Don't mind me.
Feel good about yourself, Ryan.
All right. I moved. Oh, we got a new drop. I told you we talked about this. Here it is. Da-da-da, drum roll.
Who sent you?
Fucking haunted house sent me, horse, whatever.
There you go.
Wow.
Who sent you?
Fucking haunted house sent me, horse, whatever.
Dude, did that break your heart when he's like, oh, because by the way, for those that don't know,
he's so Jersey. No, it didn't break my heart.
Gary V follows Horse, by the way.
On Twitter, yeah.
So, yeah. So, excuse me, X, by the way.
X.
What do you call a message
we're gonna
on
talk,
X?
I knew that was coming up. We've got that in the notes. Jim Rome announcement. Usually this is not a Jim Rome show, but, I mean, it's not a Jim Rome
Ryan
show.
trying to be Mr. What's up, pig? The hell are you talking
Even
about,
though I've
Ryan?
got hundreds of Jim Rome drops, but, it's our own show or whatever. However, a lot of us know each other through the Jim Rome show. Big announcement today. Big.
Huge.
And it's confusing because I've had to correct a few people that thought they heard something that, believe it or not, I originally heard too. His radio show staying on the affiliates.
On
he made
CBS.
That clear twice. The thing that's going away is his presence on the CBS cable channel. That's going away. So, but the radio stations stay. So if you listen on terrestrial radio and he's on your affiliate, for me it's 750 The Game, he's still going to be on 750 The Game. What he's changing is, instead of tuning into CBS Sports cable channel, which I don't have, so I always had to ask Jim Benton, hey, he read my tweet and he made a funny sound. Can you send me the clip? Now we'll be able to go to X and watch the show. You don't have to have cable, which is smart because cable is dying. I haven't had cable for 15 years. I haven't had ESPN for 15 years. So either I steal it by using my brother's credentials to log into his cable network so I can watch a Monday Night Football game, or I just don't watch. And 99% of the time, I'm not watching. I'm not paying $100 a month so I can get ESPN. Now, ESPN is going a la carte in 2026. You'll be able to stream it like Paramount, like Disney, all those other channels. ESPN's going to be a standalone streaming package, which I will pay for ESPN if it's 10 or 12 bucks, but I'm not paying $100 to have one channel. So I'm glad because now I can get home, I can look at the X feed, and I can watch the parts of the show that I wanted to see on video. Your thoughts?
Yeah, my thoughts. So I think we need to stay tuned. I think there could be more to this. Just in terms of what happened next, you brought up a good example, right? With ESPN, they're going all digital. So is this just a Jim Rome thing, or is this a bigger move by CBS? Who knows? That'll play out in the future. I think
Real quick on that thought, I thought it was interesting that last year, Damon Amendola, did I say his name right? I always get that wrong.
Yeah.
Left CBS to go to, I think, Sirius. And I'm wondering if it wasn't like a part of this big move. And the other thing is, CBS lost the SEC broadcast last year. So that went to ESPN. So they're divesting themselves of all these big things. I'm wondering what that means.
So, and so if you want here's my minute take. And I'm going to address the clones and what I think it means for the show. And then also just things, there's another part of it I want to address too. But getting to the clones in the show, what it changes is obviously the X, right? It's coming there. Anybody can watch it. Now, there are levels that could come into this, right? With X, with premium. Do they do any of that? Who knows? Way too early for
and I'm not paying for premium. If it's behind
you're not
a paywall,
you're not
I will
paying
not
for
watch
premium.
it.
But I think what's important here is that there's going to be a 4 to 5. When Rome goes to commercial, the hard breaks, the length of the breaks. If you're a hardcore, you listen to the show a lot. So what do they do with that 4 to 5 minutes of time? Do they sell ads? Do they do the show within the show right there that's exclusive to those watching on X? So people that want their bump smack, people that want all that. Jim can now do that theoretically if he wants to, and the CBS audience listening on the radio
terrestrial,
will have no sniff of it. They'll have no idea it's going on.
F-bomb.
Kind of similar to what Pat McAfee does. So for me, I think this is a case of CBS underutilizing Jim's platform and underutilizing the video side of things. I don't know if anything with Benton played into this, but I'm sure them ripping Benton stuff down and then not doing anything with really like the good clips and the good stuff of the show where people were going. It was the video stuck nut. That's what it was. So
Benton had video stuck nut. What CBS gave us after they ripped down Romageddon TV is the interviews. The stuff I don't really care about unless it's the 5 to 7% of the people that I follow. Joe Montana, if Michael Jordan was on there, people that interest me. But I don't care about the coach for Rutgers. I really don't care. So if they're posting that on YouTube, I'm not going to click on it.
Yeah, and Bacon brings up a point about and I brought up the premium too. That very well may be the direction, because Chris has been on record saying this. X is trying to be a one-stop shop.
Yes.
And they're really improving their video platform. We, on the Grant Napier show, we've gone through a shit ton of changes with X and their video systems in the last 2 months, where we've had to tweak stuff. So we know they're working on it. Their analytics are there now. They're much better.
You can now chat from X and it shows up on this platform. That is something that did not happen a month ago.
You can monetize now on X as a creator. So that's a big deal. For instance, it's really funny how this stuff works, because, and I'm not trying to like toot our own horn, WWE had a NXT or whatever pay-per-view this weekend, and they put their pre-show on Twitter video. They had anywhere between like 300, 500 people, right?
Yeah.
We had 3,000 or 4,000 for our post-game show last night.
Yeah, the Grant Napier show with you gets a lot of, I always look at your numbers because, you and I have a similar thing. We're looking at analytics all the time. And
100%.
You get a lot of more numbers. I mean, you get a lot of YouTube numbers as well. You do. But the Twitter numbers are crazy.
The Twitter numbers are crazy. And now last year it sucked because we couldn't do anything with that Twitter number.
Yes.
This year we can.
And you couldn't interact with chat. I mean, it was a hot mess.
Yeah.
It was.
Complete hot mess.
But they are really doing they're doing a great job. Enjoy everything they've done with the video streaming side of it. They had Periscope, which was awesome. And when that went away, it was brutal. But he's incorporating Periscope into the vertical Twitter. It's amazing. It's amazing. So anyway.
For sure. And anyways, the last thing I was just going to say is I think what'll be interesting is how they're going to be in charge, theoretically, if it's Jim's X broadcast, just like Chris is in charge of broadcasting the water hole. Yeah. I'm in charge of getting Grant's signal out. Somebody's going to be in charge of that and in charge of that show. So is there going to be another XR4 Ti doing that? Is that going to be the current?
I think so.
I have many.
Absolutely.
I have so many questions. I'm so excited for them. This is the move for the future. It's great stuff. Makes all the sense in the world because CBS Sportsnet is ancient.
Yes. It's a dinosaur, and they operate like a dinosaur. They operate like CBS in the 90s and 2000s. They have no clue what the consumer wants. They still are thinking like TV shows and everything else. Let's go back to that point real quick. Jim now has, before it used to be CBS video, radio, broadcast, totally separate. Totally separate. They operated those cameras from CBS. They would move them around. They would pick the camera angles. If you have someone in the studio and Jim has his morning meeting and he has it with Alvy, that's why Alvy's always quicker on the drops when it's a story that Jim's basically doing off of his script where they've talked about it. He knows what drops he wants to have versus Jim riffing with a fan going in a totally different direction. The drops are about 2 to 3 seconds later, because Alvy's got to find them, whereas they're ready to go when he's talking. But Jim can now have a video production person inside the same studio, not in New York. They can have the same meeting with Alvy, and that guy can be writing down notes or whatever. And so that way, if he's going to talk about poop, he can throw poop. I know, this is your favorite picture, which is why I said
he's not going to do
that. No, I'm kidding. I only throw that up there. But if he wants to talk about, that guy got nuked, he can have a nuclear thing. He can have stuff showing up on there. He's in more control. Let's just say he's talking about a football player, and let's say that football player got yacked on a tackle, like just blown up. They can have that clip and throw it on the screen. He didn't have that kind of interaction with CBS. They were reactionary. They didn't know what was coming. But
they eventually throw it up. They get it.
Late.
I mean, they would.
Late.
Yeah, for sure.
Late. I saw some of the video, bro. It's late. So anyway, I think it's going to be better
just so much,
to have it in-house.
There's so much more that you can do now. I mean, literally, the sky's the limit. What people don't understand is like the stuff we're doing, the stuff Stucknut's doing, the stuff that like anybody that's running a show or that's creating, you can theoretically do just about anything the networks are doing if you know what you're doing online and you can get around it. So
you can actually do more than the networks are doing.
Yeah.
Because you can react to it faster.
And you have no FCC over you.
No.
None.
Say fuck.
So for those that I think expecting, like, 'cause I saw the immediate reaction today, like, that are expecting, oh, bum smack, this, that.
No, because he's still on the radio.
Back. None of that's coming back. And I get where people thought he was completely going to X today because
Jeff
that
in
did
Southfield had
kinda
that, and I said, I didn't hear that.
sound a little confusing, but no, I mean, are you going to walk away from $30 million a year?
No. So I'm excited. I really am excited. Ooh, explosion.
And nor should he. He's earned it.
Yeah, I wouldn't. He is getting rid of a dying medium, which is cable television, and he's going to a growing medium, which is the X platform, whether it be X, Twitch, TikTok Live, which is the new booming thing. TikTok Live gets a lot of numbers, or YouTube. This is where everything's going. And if you want to be relevant in this decade, you need to be on these platforms. And CBS didn't know how to fucking do that. They did not know how to run a YouTube channel, and that's something you should have known 10 years ago. Give the audience what they want, not what you want them to see. And they clueless. So I'm happy. Anyway, I'm sorry. Let's move on. That was a big announcement. That's a big thing. 7 years of this one thing that we've had, and now it's going to evolve into something I guarantee will be better.
Oh, it's the same thing. I mean, remember in the early 2000s, terrestrial or satellite, right?
Yes.
There was that whole thing for so long.
Yeah, there were two. There was Sirius and what was the other one? XM, FM, or something?
Yeah, Sirius XM.
Yeah,
there was Sirius and then
Yeah.
XM. They merged, whatever. So, it's just that next phase of going through that, and arguably they're actually they're kind of at the front of the pack, you know. They're kind of behind the curve, like getting into this stuff. They're coming behind.
Yeah,
the
everyone's
a lot of the
out
guys
there
are
already.
way.
The McAfees, all
way
those
ahead.
guys have. Dan Patrick's been streaming to YouTube for at least the last 2 years that I know of, because he leads into Jim Rome on our network, and he was reading YouTube comments. Oh, so and so on YouTube says blah 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 blah. So and so on YouTube says blah 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 blah. Oh, hey, they want us to hold up this thing. He's interacting with the audience. Now Jim does that on X in the comments, but this is now an evolution into going more into that. So I think Adam Hawk was trying to take him there earlier.
I think it's an evolution into a brand. I think it's going to be a channel.
Yeah,
I think it's not just going to be Jim Rome. I think there's going to be other people under the Jim Rome umbrella.
X is trying to be a one-stop thing. They're trying to be, and this I'm getting from my research. They're trying to be Facebook, blended into YouTube, blended into TikTok, blended into like your news feed. They want to be a one-stop shop where you don't leave the platform. You get everything you want on there. And that's what they're slowly trying to. I mean, one of the main reasons they got rid of the word Twitter is because it was synonymous with posting so many characters, and that's what it was known for. And it's like, we got to kind of get rid of that brand because we want to evolve into something that's video, audio, and text. And everyone thinks of us as 40 characters or whatever it is. And we want to kill that perception. So anyway, let's move along. I got a DM. Is this show related? I like the open. Let's see. Let me proofread it. Yeah, I can do that. Burndog says, I like the open. Perhaps you can upload it by itself to YouTube and send me a link. Absolutely, I can do that. It's actually on YouTube. I showed the people got to see it last night. It's unlisted. I'll put it listed and you'll be able to watch it. Tracy. Oh wait, that was the commercial that I sent. Okay, so it's not on YouTube yet. I will upload it to YouTube. I'm thinking of this morning's commercial because PHX Nola Girl. I said, hey, I gave you a shout out. You get to see the commercial, 12 hours before everyone else, and then I sent it to you.
Why'd you send it to her?
Because we were interacting on Twitter yesterday. I thought it was cool that she was there, and I thought,
yeah, that was cool.
Let's send it to her and say, hey, check it out. I shouted you out. Yeah, I can do that. Okay, let me get to a story. We've still got some. Let's do Darren's X real quick. Hold on, Burn Dog. Upload, open YouTube. All right. I'll put a standalone video. Okay, so here we go. This is Darren's ex. Darren said in the chat, and I did see it, Darren. You don't have to ask my permission. If it has something to do with my ex, just post it, and I'll laugh. So here we go. This is, Burn Dog sent this. Said, Darren's ex. So, there we go.
I left my boyfriend and I've been traveling for 10 days and I've slept with 22 people in that 10 days. My goal was 20 and I just hit 22 this morning. It's 1 p.m. now here in Paris and I need to check out because I'm going home. I really doubt I'm going to get another one on the board, either on the plane or like on my layover. So I think 22 is where we're going to cap it out. But how did I go?
There you go. She done yet? All right.
All right.
We're caught up. So anyway, Barstool Sports, this showed up on someone's feed. And so the guy did some research. He didn't know who she was. And he's like, what the hell, is this real or whatever? So apparently the boyfriend did something to her despicable, broke up with her or something. So she was like, went on a sex fest in Paris and just started trying to get, she wanted to get to 20 and she got to 22 in 10 days. So that, and then someone did the math that was like 2.3 guys a day. And then
2.3.
Yeah. So
that's exactly
yeah.
11 and a half inches. Never mind.
See, Ryan, I think differently than you do. You're having a feud with Nooch. I would have said, is the 0.3, was that Nooch? But you just don't even think about those things.
Thanks for picking me up.
Get in trouble I love it.
Nooch.
So he's
not
going to be mad at me.
Nooch.
But I mean, I think
not
of that stuff. That is a perfect opportunity for you to go with a short joke. But,
you're right.
Yeah,
you are right.
Yeah,
Thank you for pointing that out.
Anyway, you did catch him in the open, but yeah. Now, with the videos like this, now this is the guy that wrote the story. Now, with videos like this, I'm usually a bit cautious of the legitimacy of it. Of course, it would be impossible to verify how much sex this woman had, but I wanted to find out who she was. So anyway, what's weird is she does have an OnlyFans account, but it wasn't, he had to do this like deep internet research and put all these pieces together and use like facial recognition and everything.
Yeah, because he wanted to find her.
Yeah, but his point was, if you're going to promote your OnlyFans page with a video like this, you're going to make it easy to find it. He had to spend hours to figure out that she was the same chick over here. So his point being, if she was trying to promote her YouTube with something like that, she did a real bad job, or she wasn't trying to promote it and this actually happened. So that was his point on there.
I think that actually kind of happened. I don't know.
Anyone donkey punched her. Jay and Humboldt's curious about if someone donkey punched her. I don't know what that is either, dude. I don't know. Is it like a hot Carl? I don't know. How many did Wilt have in a day? Well, yeah.
A donkey punch.
Was it? I just figured out what he meant when he says tongue punch or fart box. I mean, it took me days to figure out what he was.
The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
We're getting this out of the way. We got some other stuff to talk about, but I want to get rid of this story because we've had it floating around for over a week and a half. Florida man sues Dunkin' Donuts over injuries following toilet explosion. This is from Huffington Post, so not the Mirror. Orlando, Florida. Customer has filed a negligence lawsuit against Dunkin', claiming he was injured by an exploding toilet at one of the coffee chain's locations in Central Florida. I got a question. Now, all of our Dunkin' Donuts are closed down. In fact, what's funny is my wife's first job was Dunkin' Donuts when she was in high school. They always refer to Dunkin' Donuts as a coffee chain. Isn't it a donut chain? But everyone always calls it a coffee place.
No,
But
I
it's called
think
Dunkin'
us on
Donuts,
the West,
not Dunkin' Coffee.
us on the West Coast see it that way. On the East Coast, that's coffee.
It's
that's
known
like
for coffee
Starbucks.
and not donuts.
It's like Tim Hortons, dude. Tim Hortons, ass bacon. Tim Hortons
Yeah,
is
but
coffee.
Tim Hortons
bro.
doesn't have the word donuts in the title and not coffee.
Okay, I see your point there, but I'm just saying.
Anyway.
we think donuts here.
Yeah,
They
okay,
think
that's
coffee.
fair enough. Exploding toilet at a coffee chain's locations in Florida. Paul Kurik is seeking more than $100,000 in a lawsuit filed Wednesday in the state court of Orlando, claiming he suffered, quote, severe and long-term injuries, unquote, following the explosion of a toilet in the men's room of a Dunkin' location in Winter Park, Florida, a year ago. After the explosion left Kurik, whatever his name is, covered in human feces, urine, and debris, he walked out of the men's room seeking help from workers and the store's manager, according to the lawsuit. An employee told him that they were aware of the problem with the toilet, since there had been previous incidents, the lawsuit says, without diving into further details about the explosion. When contacted Thursday by email for more details on Kurik's injuries, his attorney Scott Spradley said he was tied up and couldn't answer the question until the following day. The Canton, Massachusetts-based company did not immediately respond to an email seeking comment. The lawsuit says Kurik suffered bodily injury and has required mental health care and counseling since the incident in January 2022.
Hell
right.
yeah.
There you go.
He probably can never sit on another toilet.
He's got PTSD if he has to take a crap.
You're
you
know what probably happened? The pressure from the pipes, dude. He probably got blown straight off the freaking John, dude.
I don't know.
Oh, oh no! And hey, Burn Dog
But after
says
it exploded,
Dunkin',
he was covered in human feces. He said,
This doesn't smell quite the way I expected.
We guess not. But yeah, that was actually
the toilet,
pretty good.
Allegedly, this is video of the toilet right here as it was exploding on top of him. That's the toilet. That's hidden
Is that
camera
the ice
footage
cream?
of the toilet.
Yep, there it
covering
is.
him in feces. That's your favorite. That's your
I hate that one.
favorite
So-
video.
Burn Dog says Dunkin' is the #1 coffee place
Apparently
in the
also
US.
number
I believe
2.
that. And what's that? Yeah,
It's
number
also
2. Yeah.
number
So
2.
to answer your question, Dunkin' is technically implied in the name,
Because you take
or
the
in the
donut
name
and
of the
dunk
business.
it into the coffee.
Because what else are you going to dunk a donut in?
I don't. Coffee's disgusting, so I would never dunk it in anything. I would just eat it.
When's the last time you had a cup of coffee?
I've never
A
had a
good.
Never had a cup of coffee.
Then
I've
how can you
never
say
had
coffee's disgusting?
Because it stinks. It smells.
I can
I've
think
told
of
this
plenty
story.
of things
I
that
told the
smell
story about
that-
me getting car sick in the back of a camper, having the coffee fall out as we were driving up a windy road, me smelling it and throwing up because I was already car sick. So now I equate the car sickness and the smell of coffee as throwing up.
So what do you do in the mornings? Like if you go to a restaurant,
Iced tea.
or
Well, it
you're-
used to be Diet Coke.
no, but the
It used
smell.
to be Diet Coke. Oh, I
But
can
the
handle. I
smell.
can handle the smell now. I can handle that. I can
Okay.
handle the smell. I just don't like the taste and the smell. It's too much. Anyway, there. My wife has PTSD after I take a dump, says Jay. There you go.
Attaboy, Jay.
Here's hidden camera footage of Jay taking a dump. Right there. That's Jay's bowels unloading. It's the same video you always see.
Have you seen the new Kevin Hart, Jim Moore commercial?
No.
Okay. We'll save that for
you. Let your cat out. Damn it! I see cat, mate.
Oh my bad. I see cat.
Okay, Dave, flush an AMA down the shitter. Now, it sounds like this was a problem that that they had recurring. So I'm guessing the toilet exploded with pressure and water shooting up, but not the porcelain breaking. I think it just shot up. And I've actually saw this. I saw one of those videos. It was like those dirty jobs, that Mike one, where they had, if they had pressure, multiple homes would have their toilets explode with feces and sewage all over their bathrooms and everything, and they'd have to call these companies in to clean it. So there's a pressure problem in the
well, if I was homeboy, I would not just be suing Duncan. I would also be suing the county that Duncan is located in. Whoever is in charge of the utility.
Yeah, his lawyer did not go that far. If they admitted though, and he says, and if they corroborate that, yeah, I said that, or they have someone else that it's happened to, he's golden. Because if they knew about a problem and didn't fix it, he's golden. He's gonna get paid. Like Spanky.
I agree. Public service announcement.
Okay, lawyer advice.
Everyone within the sound of my voice, if something like this happens to you at a restaurant, any fast food, whatever, a public establishment, do not accept anything from them. Anything.
A towel to clean off?
Before you take any type of offer to take care of the problem.
Here's $1,000. Go clean yourself up. Don't take it.
Don't make any indication that you might. Nothing. Take 48 hours. Cool off. Call a fucking attorney, because some of the craziest settlements I have ever seen. I've seen people get Frosties. 2 Frosties is a settlement for something that they could have easily said, no, I don't want 2 Frosties. Give me $50,000. And the place would have said, how about 100? And we call it a day.
Yeah.
So I'm dead ass serious.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
They made a Seinfeld episode based on what you're saying, where he burned himself with a hot coffee, and then he got a lifetime supply of free coffee, and he took it. And they were like, "Dude, we were going to give you like $2 million."
Chris. So I'm merging 2 things because this technically doesn't apply, but like your Gym Boys thing, how Gym Boys wanted to get your page.
Yes.
What did they do? We'll give you lifetime food, right? Like,
yes. I got $500 lifetime supply of food. Whenever I go down there, I can eat for free. And they refer to me as the #1 Gym Boys Taco fan whenever I interact with them on. Now, I wasn't looking to get paid.
Or that dumbass could have had $25,000 for that Facebook
I wasn't looking to get paid.
but he's Gym Boy's #1 fan publicly.
Now, let's be serious here. I've seen companies go into those social media accounts and take them because it's their domain, their property, and they say someone's impersonating us, and they get them for free. I've seen that. Disney, if you go into a new platform and get Disney as your username, they can take it from you for free because you're taking their name. So anyway, I'm just saying they could. I didn't care. I didn't care.
Sorry, I didn't mean to call you.
No. I'm just saying. But I never even countered. I took their first offer and said that's fine because I was going to give it to them for nothing. I didn't care. So anyway, if you guys don't know what we're talking about, I had a Facebook page, Gym Boys Tacos, a chain that's down the Sacramento Valley. There's about 48, 50 locations. It's a taco shop. And I started a Facebook fan page, and I got like 10,000 people on it. And they started one, and they couldn't get any traction because everyone thought mine was the official page, which I never said. And so they offered to buy it from me, and I took their first offer, and they gave me $500, lifetime supply of free food, and they're going to call me the #1 taco fan anytime I interact with the page on Facebook. I didn't ask for any of that. What's funny is I kept all the emails and printed them because that's legal binding. If I go down there and they don't give me free food, they're
But
fucked.
you have to, but you have to give them advance notice, right?
I just call them when I'm there. No, they just need to call the manager of the store and say, hey, this guy's coming in, give him whatever he wants. So I don't have to say, hey, I'm going to be there in a week. No, if I'm outside the store, I call the number and say, hey, I'm at this location. And they say, okay, give us 15 minutes. They call the manager, say, hey, this guy, get him whatever he wants. So we hit him for $55 last time, and that was before inflation. That was like,
can you bring people with
7
you?
years. My wife and I ate for free. Yeah,
Dude,
we're going to Jim Boy's Tacos
solid.
next time I'm in Sacramento, dude.
I got one right by my house.
There we go. We're going.
Less than 2 miles.
We're going.
All right.
We're going.
Got a
They
couple
owe
of
me. I
them
haven't
here
been
in
in
town.
there in like 7 years, man. They're gonna fucking.
Dude.
We're gonna hit them for a few hundred, man. Anyway,
Let's do it.
We're gonna invite Jay and
Let's
Humble
do
with
it.
us.
I'll
and,
bring my fat suit.
Yeah, there you go. You mean the one that you wore at the bar?
Damn right. I'll bring that same.
I can't believe I haven't dropped this.
Feel good about yourself, Ryan.
All right. We don't have time for another story. We're out of show. So we got rid of the Dunkin' Donuts. The catch up will go tomorrow. I'm getting rid of that tomorrow. Women are questioning their entire relationship after trying ketchup trend on boyfriends. I want to know I want to know what it is. Like they put out the ketchup, and if you don't let them grab it first, apparently they're selfish or something. It's gonna be something really stupid.
It's the same thing as the orange thing
Yeah,
that we
don't
had
know
like
until I look at it.
Huh?
We don't know until we look at it. We're assuming.
Well, it sounds like it's the same thing.
All right, Burn Dog, I will have the open up sometime tonight. The Cheers open, standalone. I'll send you a link. Send me a link. All right, you're here
Good
all
job.
week. The next time Ryan's not here, unless something happens, obviously that unforeseen. Valentine's
NBA
Day,
trade deadline.
He's got an early
I would.
game on Valentine's Day. That's next
I
Wednesday.
love you. I love you, but the Kings were to make a big move. I may be tied up
When's that? When's trade deadline? Thursday.
this week.
All right.
Thursday.
All right.
Yeah.
So he's already waffling. He's already coming up with an excuse. If
That's
the Kings
me.
make a big
That's
trade.
me.
Oh, they got Spud Webb to be an assistant coach. I can't do the show because we got to talk about Spud Webb as the assistant coach. Yeah, that's the big move. The Kings, the only big move the Kings are going to make is crapping out. All right.
Yeah,
Jen,
they
Ryan
might.
loves horse. Yeah. Yeah, apparently you love me. It's out.
Cool.
Yeah,
All right.
Burn Dog just
Well.
outed us like he outed Darren's ex-wife. Don't get Burn Dog on the wrong side of anything. He will out all your secrets in the chat.
Burn Dog.
Everything.
Burn Dog's one of those dudes.
He is. He pays attention to everything.
Everything.
And then he holds on to it until he pounces and releases the information.
Oh, by the way, we still have to show. So I gotta do some editing, but I've got some video
That's
from On Location. So
That's like
we'll
Bacon's sound drop.
get
That's
that
right.
maybe tomorrow night. We'll
Bacon,
get that
are you still
tomorrow
here?
night.
That's right. Anyway, Bacon's got that sun drop. Yes, you have video from the function. You said most of it was unusable though.
Yeah, I think a lot
Anyway,
of it
send
is
it to
Fabian.
me. Look,
Yeah.
if I can get 30, 45 seconds out of it, that'll be fine. Yes, we have video
All right.
from the party a weekend ago. I have a 4-day weekend coming up. Super Bowl. I'm taking Monday, Tuesday off. So I'm going to do more show prep. We're going to have more.
Who sent you? Fucking haunted house sent me, horse, whatever.
We're going to have, I'm going to do more production work. So there we go. All right. Okay, for Ryan, I'm Haunted Horse. That's the Tuesday show. We will be back Wednesday. Don't leave, Ryan. We got to film a commercial. I mean, we do that in the morning, right? Never mind.
Yeah.
And for Ryan, we're out. See you tomorrow night. Late.